Hey, welcome all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Farm. Thinking right out here in my black, doing what I do for you in the land. We're going to finish up on the list I just gave you, so let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons, you tune in receiving them. We got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission, and yeah, that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life, through mental and spiritual discipline daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. I asked the question, and my mission is to get all right thinkers to do just that. Know thyself. I got one mission, and that's to get all those who follow my right thinking philosophy to know thyself. That's the goal for all right thinkers. That's it. Anything else, you're on your own. But let's go. I asked the question, do you know you? It's rhetorical. But if you don't have an answer, tune in. I can help you out with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not, and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not, it's simple. You teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believes and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know, it's okay. They're spiritually asleep. I can awaken them with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to Maya, be true. I'm going back to the lesson we just doing, asking questions. This is the question that we're going to finish talking about, the purpose of life and the philosophy of the afterlife, and we're going to end up with my favorite, Nehast. That's the goal for all right thinkers. We can get to that at the end of this lesson. That's what we're getting to. Okay, let's go. So I just broke down to you, in ancient times, there was a certain genre of literature, a group of people called the Harper's Song. And this is a special genre of ancient Egyptian literature. I mean, it was written for a purpose. It will give you information. Again, Egyptian literature that deals with the understanding of the meaning of the purpose of life. Well. Now, through the following Harper's Song, the purpose of life should become clearer. The song goes such. I have heard these songs, which are in the ancient tombs, which tell of the virtues of life on earth, and make little of life in the Neterkert. That's a word for cemetery or the graveyard. Okay? Everybody talks about life. Nobody talks about death. Okay? They seem to think the Egyptian was obsessed with death. No, we knew life was the way to get past death. Death is imminent. But if you're ignorant, you think death is the end. Death is just the next phase of life. Get with it. When they are, what's this? When then do likewise to eternity. Why then do likewise to eternity? Study, learn, understand it. Why? Because it is a place of justice, a place without fear, a place where uproar is forbidden. No raising a voice, no argument, no confrontation, and where no one attacks his fellow. This place has no enemies. Where's this place? Everybody wants to go to this place. That's like Cheers. You want to go where everybody know your name, everybody should. That's what they consider heaven or the afterlife. We call it the doo-wop. Okay? That's where you went to rest for the rest of your days. They had a concept. Okay? Whether it was true, right or wrong, didn't make a difference. We don't know what happens after we leave here. All we can do is conceptualize and theorize. So understand that. And everybody has the right to their own theory in the concept. So I'm not here to tell you what to think or how to think. Nah, I'm just giving you a concept that I follow. That's all. Moving on. Where we at? Okay, and this place, all our relatives who lived in it from time immemorial, and with what? Millions more to come. This place has got to be big. Why? Because it's going to house millions. God cannot be added on or taken away from. Everything that comes back to him comes back, and he don't add. Everything that goes away from him goes away. If it don't come back, he don't miss it. That's amen. Okay, that's end all be all. I like that concept. Watch this. Now, in this place has no enemies. We know that. Uh, I joined in. Meaning I bought into the concept. I'm playing a game that when I get to this place, I'm trying to get here. Like, y'all play the Christian game, the Muslim game. Everybody want to get to the 72 version. You want to go to sit with Christ and God. Okay, that's concepts. Those theologies. I got one, and mine is what I'm trying to tell you now. I'm buying into living righteous here, doing good works while I'm alive. So when the body ceases to exist, my spirit, because it's enlightened, I know who I am. I can go home. That's the concept. Again, we all have one. Don't knock mine. If it ain't yours, don't knock it. That's what I'm saying. I don't knock yours. I could, but I don't. I choose not to. That's called being respectful. Now, it is possible. Watch this. It is impossible to linger in Egypt. Meaning, you can't stay on earth forever. You're going to leave here. The Bible didn't tell you the acronym, basic instruction before leaving earth. Oh, you're going to leave earth. But guess what? Your spirit, not the body. I can prove that point right here. Moving. No one escapes from what? Going to the west. No, the west is the what? The land of death. That means anything that's born is going to end up in the west. It's going to die. The land of the what? Afterlife. They had a concept of the afterlife. Again, the netherworld. We call it the dua. Again. And what happens there? One's acts. How you get there? One's acts on earth are like a dream. We think when we go to sleep, we're in a dream. No, right now, this is a dream state. Okay, so understand the concept. So what's this? One acts, on earth is like a dream. So welcome, safe and sound, to to whoever arises in the west. Everybody's coming there. Everybody ain't gonna be walking. Okay, everybody ain't gonna have open arms. Trust me. And the Harper is what? Telling us we cannot linger on earth. We got that concept. We must plan for our departure. We're going somewhere. Okay. The body's going in the ground. Okay. The question now is, where are you going? Your conscience and your spirit. The spirit is going to constantly live on. If your conscience ain't connected to your conscience will be eaten along with the heart, and you will no longer exist. That's just the concept. If you pass, your conscience stays intact. You know who you are. So when you go home, anybody in life that you ever crossed would be there who what? Knew themselves. Another lesson. Moving on. We ain't gonna talk about that. We must plan for departure, and that our acts on earth here are like a dream. Again, if you consider what a Harper song is saying, it is like when you have a dream. When you are asleep, your dream appears what? To be very real and everything in it. But when you wake up from it, the morning, then you what? You realize it was not real. And sometimes it makes you feel good if it was bad. But it's upsetting you when it was good. Cause, I don't have it. Yeah, you might dream you was rich and had all the girls and you doing your thing. You wake up, you ain't got nothing. It was all just a dream. Read that Word Up magazine like my man Big can tell you. Now, but what happens when you go to sleep? When you go to sleep, you believe, watch this, you believe that dream world is real. You see that word right there? That word believe is the indicator that you don't know. I don't want you right thinkers to believe in God. No. I want you to know God or thyself. That's who God is. The self to all human beings. We just don't realize that yet. My goal is to get you to do just that. Okay. But now watch this. And this waking world is unreal. Okay. Go up on the roof and jump off and see what happens. Reality will set in, you will hit the ground, and 9 times 10, death will take over for the body. Why? Because they meant to do that. In the dream world, you can do that and live. That's what's not real. The real world, you got to live in the 5 senses, okay? You got to understand that. But watch this. Which is in reality then what? Do you see the high philosophy that is going on here? Conscious, becoming conscious, understand it. It means that there is something, what? Within you that is beyond the changing realms of your consciousness, being it weight, dream or dreamlessly, the waking or the dream state. Don't make a difference. Your conscience is always there. God is all conscious. Once you become conscious of that fact, then you become God-like in mind. How are you to discover that state of mind that is beyond illusions? Practice, practice, practice. How are you to elevate yourself to transcend this mortal finite existence? Again, practice, practice, and practice. Manifest the lessons that you're learning. Learn something worthwhile and live it, and that will be the benefit for you. Why? Because you will be rewarded for that. Accomplishing this is what is referred to as what? Becoming God and goddess-like. Again, practice, manifest, and do. The question then becomes, how is this to be achieved? It is wonderful for me to tell you, what she taught that the right thing philosophy is all about. I do it every day. But it is also important that you know how this is achieved. I try to make it easy for you by giving it to you and showing it to you every day. I am sure that you have heard of that saying. Many are called, but only a few are chosen. We all know the call. Those of you who are studying this now, follow my right thing philosophy, all hundred some thousand of y'all, as opposed to what? The millions of people who are out there in the world ignorant of themselves. You are reading and studying this. Why? Because you are ready to pursue some new path to what? To your life. Better your life. If it ain't going good, if it ain't going the way you want it, start making changes so that it do. That's all you have to do. You are ready to what? Discover some more insight that what? That will lead you to the answers to your own personal questions. And the most likely as to what? The true purpose in your life. And the source of the pain that's in your life. You cause the good, you cause the bad. It's your choice. Now, I am mainly what? Just confirming. I'm just confirming that what? You already know anyway. Why? Because you have the wisdom which is inside you. But you have to what? Know how to tap into it. That's my job, to help you tap into what's inside you. The you, God, thy. Thy means God. Know thyself, know the God self. That's who we are. That's my point. Hope you get the lesson. I'm done. I'm not done. I got some more for you. Here we go. Now, let's talk about the Commission Netarian Philosophy's teachings. Right quick. We got a little quick paragraph here. The Commission Philosophy of Teachings. You start with the Sabor. That's the opening of the mouth instrument. That's an instrument I can't show because it's too small. You really can't see it. I'm going to break it down for you. Then you got the Sabah. SBA. That's to teach, to bring up, to educate, to train, to instruct. That's why a Sabai is the teacher of that. Then you got Subhut. That's the head. When you hear head, that's house. So that means schoolroom, school building, a place of knowledge, the temples. You got Sabar, SHBSBAU. That's a teacher or an instructor, plural, meaning more than one. Then you got Sabat, SBAT. That's a student or aspirant, disciple, you. Sabat, SBAIU. Act as a spiritual preceptor, that's me, or teacher of higher mysteries to the students. Yours sponsor. Sabai, SBAI, that's a spiritual preceptor, sage, who espouses what? Mystical philosophy. I'm giving you hidden knowledge. I'm giving you the mysteries of people or things that people don't normally follow or understand. I'm giving it to you. Just tune in. I got you. Now, you got Sabat, SBAIT. Korea, that's the assistant teacher instructor. That would be my man Ray Tahuti. Now, you have Sabat, SBAIT. That's a spiritual philosophy instruction, the teacher of education. Again, me. Sabah, SBA, that means star with Ra, a determinative, meaning illumination. That means I'm trying to get you to shine from the inside, get the light from the inside to shine. Let's talk about it right quick. Sabaha, I just told you that means house. I gave you all that. That means schoolroom. Now, so Sabah, S-B-A, it means light, to illuminate, to enlighten. Sabah, S-B-S-E-B-A-I, that means star, light, illuminer. I'm giving you light. I'm enlightening you. Okay, illuminated, enlightened. So we have shown that the term Buddha, who means what? The enlightened one. We knew that a long time ago. Is not the first time that such a term was used in history. Again, everybody's following our lead. We the leaders. It's okay, no problem. But now, right quick, let's talk about the philosophy of the afterlife. Everybody had a concept. This is theirs. The Nazarene philosophy is dictated to the lofty purpose in what life? To what? Know God. That's it. That's the same thing. Same person. The philosophy is extensive and it must be what? Studied carefully and systematically with proper guidance. Here we go. When I joined the Masonic Order, I had my book. I still got them. When I went to my first meeting 3 weeks in, I already knew half the stuff that they're going to instruct us on. Why? Because I studied. For more details, you should what? Read all the books in the Netherlands Egyptian Yoga series, but you must also realize that you cannot learn everything from the books. I know that. Ultimately, what? There must be a personal instruction from a teacher to the disciple. That's the relationship that you got to build with somebody who's going to teach you. When I was learning, I was a student. I was just learning. I was just there. I was just engulfed in getting my lesson. I wouldn't think about nothing other than getting what I was being taught. And I respect who was teaching it to me. So I would never disrespect my teacher. What is the difference between what? You got a scene right here. That's the tomb. That's the ancient tomb. Okay. You don't see a whole bunch of stuff in there. Why? Because that tomb is for rebirth. Okay? A regeneration of life. And what's the difference between what I just showed you above? Between the typical Western cemetery, that is, you can visit. Can you see what the difference of this is? It is the hieroglyphs. Not really, because cemeteries have inscriptions on the tombs also. We know that. Everybody know what the tombstone read. And watch this. The answer is that here we are looking at a temple that's dedicated to rebirth. Okay? Whereas the sectarian cemeteries in the Western culture, us, we are looking at what? Dirt. That now, according to Christian teachings, is supposedly going to be what? Revived at some point in the future. If you think them bodies that's in the ground, gone, somehow come, you got to be crazy. So that philosophy is flawed. Moving on. Let's talk right quick. Ba, ah, pet, shot, ta. What the hell he just said? Okay, that's the Egyptian diff I just read. And again, we give it to you trilateral. Give it to you in the Egyptian way it's written, hieroglyph. Then we break the hieroglyph down, and then we give you the whole thing with the meaning. I love that. So the soul, it says, the soul belongs to heaven. Where it come from? That's godly. That's divine. We know that we are divine beings having human experience. They're telling you right there, the soul goes back to heaven. The body belongs to the earth. Lower nature stays here. Higher nature goes home. That's why you always see them with the wings. That's why your spirit is represented by wings and your ego by a four-legged animal. Your ego can't soar. Your ego can't ascend. It's earthbound. Hence, hell. And if you keep doing sinful things, that's where you're going to stay right here. You only go to heaven when you do what? Good things. Get the concept? All right? Now, right here, a quick picture. That's the sign of Haru. That's him being master. That's you mastering all the creatures on earth. We have dominion over them. We got that from that concept right there. He's the master of earth. That's who you want to be. Haru. Okay? That's the reincarnated God in human form. Okay? His father is God. He's the son. Not the only begotten one. That's the concept. Alright? But for the per and Haru, right quick, you got the pyramid text. from 3200 to 2575 BCE. And there is an ancient Egyptian proverb that says what? The body belongs to the earth. Your soul belongs to heaven. Because it's godly. It was sent and given to you by God. He wants it back. It's on loan. Life is God's gift to us. What we do is our gift to him. If we give it back to him by living righteous, then he gets it back. That's a good deal. Okay. This means that what? You are not the body. That is what the ancient Egyptian proverb is trying to tell you. You never were. You have it in association with a typical matter that allows you to what? Have a typical experience. That's human. It's physical. And that is the end of your association with time and space. Actually, the deeper you is transcendental, and immortal. That's the essence of the spirit. But you just don't what? Know that. Everybody I study says the same thing. We just have to become conscious of who we really are. We don't know ourselves, so my goal is to what? Know thyself. So that's my mission that I'm on, to get us to know who we are. We just don't know. That's all. It ain't nothing. You learn, you can acquire it. And if you don't, you're doomed to repeat it. That's all. So she taught letter, right? Take philosophy or authentic religions is supposed to be helping discover that to what realize that if your religion is not getting you closer to God, it's not making you a better individual, you practicing the wrong religion. That's all. Simple as that. I don't care what it is. Don't make a difference. And I tell you all the time, religion works if you practice it correctly, and that's what most people do. Practice it incorrect, and those who do, they make them look bad. Why? Because the ones who practice it incorrectly think they want to know who's doing it right, and you're not. Sorry about that, but I want to get that clear. But she taught that originally. But watch this. That is what you're supposed to be doing. What? Learning and understanding the purpose of your life. Can anybody tell you what your life is be? You should dictate that. Watching my daughter graduate with her PhDs, this is what she dictated for herself. That's what makes me proud. When you achieve what you set out to do, somebody's watching, somebody's part of you, they're going to be proud. If nobody else hating on you, they don't like you anyway. Don't worry about them. When you get the love and respect, those are people who you deal with. The people who hate on you, leave them alone. They're toxic, okay? Moving on. The purpose of life, again, is not to get rich, not to have a big family, not to have big fancy cars, fame and fortune. All of this will wash away. Why? Can anybody name any person who existed 500 years ago who was rich and famous? It does not matter. No one is going to care who Oprah Winfrey is in 500 years or what she was for now, or about that other guy, Bill Gates for that matter, Elon Musk, any one of y'all. Having a bunch of money don't mean nothing, except right now. They don't mean nothing. It's what you do, how many people you can help, inspire, and motivate to be their best selves. That's my goal. Now, if you think having $4 billion is going to make you happy in life, think again. I would say the same thing. Think again. Why? Money cannot take care of your basic necessities, and that is necessary and proper. But beyond that, money is actually the source of what? Much worry and strife. Hello, I told you, religion is the root, one of them. Money, we already know, is one of the roots. Okay, simple. Watch this. The only thing that we will make you truly happy is to what? Discover and to realize that you are immortal, aka you know yourself. That's what I got. So I have immortality already lined up. Why? Because I reached the level of, we're trying to get there in Nehast. I'm trying to get you to understand that. Now, in the transcendental and the all-encompassing, then no matter what happens in this time and space and reality you're living in, you will be above it. Why? You know yourself. Then there would be what? No changes in yourself, whether you have gas in your car or don't have gas in your car, whether you have a sports car or a beat-up Toyota. This is what the proverb of previous slides is leading us to understand. To know God is to strive to grow in stature beyond all measure. Conceive that there is nothing beyond thy capability. I can do all things. Know thyself is deafness and able to what? Know all things, Akashic records, all arts, sciences, the way of every life. You become a higher than the highest height, and you become lower than the lowest depth, and you amass in what? Thyself all your senses of your animal, fire, water, dryness, moistness. Think of thyself what? In all places at the same time, earth, sky, the sea, not yet born, in the womb, young, old, dead, in the afterlife, death state. This is what God is. The teaching is what? Magnanimous, isn't it? This is a magnanimous vision of life. There is an image above. I just showed you the picture of Haru holding all the animals. He is what? The master of nature, the forces. This is what is being described in this proverb. And this is what you are shooting for, right, thinkers? And this is, and as this proverb indicates, you are now yourself. You are to what? Know yourself in this way. You are to know that this is possible for you. Every individual has a right to know themselves. If it's 9 billion people, it's 9 billion ways to know God. Understand that. Wrapping it up for this. I'm about to take it over. Now, where we at? Okay, I'm done with that. Moving on. Hello. Now we're about to wrap it up. Let's talk about right thinkers, Nehast, the great spiritual awakening. This is the goal for all right thinkers. This is the coup de grace right here, the great awakening. Right quick. See that sign right there? You see the guy? Now that's a saw coming up out of his grave. And you see the 4 guys standing around him? They are the connected jars. That's where his internal parts is stored in. So they with him all the time. Let's break it down for you right quick. Nehast, what that mean? You can't find a definition in Wikipedia. They don't have a definition. Why? It's our word. Now, it means the great spiritual awakening. That's what I want all my right thinkers to experience that. And this is the end all be all. It says Nehast means to wake up. Okay, from what? From dead state. To awaken to what? A higher existence. In the Peru text, it is said, Nuk Pa Neta Neta Ashu Ren. What the what? Again, that's the hieroglyphic term. Now I'm going to break it down for you. I am that same God, the Supreme One, who has been known by a myriad of mysterious names, and people have went to war just for the fact of calling God by a different name. That's got to be the most ridiculous stuff I've ever learned or know, because you think religion is supposed to help. Spirituality helps. Let's go. Let's talk spiritual. Now, at the end of all Netarian disciplines, it is what? Discover the meaning of what? Who I am, aka know thyself. To unravel what? The mysteries of life, and to fathom the depths of eternity and infinity. This is the task of all right thinkers or human beings, and it is to be accomplished when? In this very lifetime. That's when. Not the next lifetime. It didn't happen in prior lifetime, but you want it to happen now. Stop the rebirth cycle. Stop being reincarnated. Stop coming back here. Go home. Wake up. Know thyself. Reach the state of what? Nehast. Let's go, right thinkers. Now, this can be done. Oh, yeah. How? By learning the ways of the Netherrealm, emulating them, and finally what? Becoming like them, reaching Akhus, A-K-H-U. S is plural, means more than one. But to reach Akhu, what is that? That means you become an enlightened being. Not a human being, an enlightened being. Your shine, your light is on. You have been woken up. You see clearly. You're conscious of who you are. Sorry about that. You know what I'm saying? But now it's about to get fun to me, because this is my arena right here. This is my strong part. This is my wheelhouse right now. I'm about to hit you with some good stuff. Now, enlightened being, you walk in the earth as a giant, and you're accomplishing great deeds, such as what? The creation of the universe. What created the universe is inside you. You can create and help other people do the same thing. That's my mission that I'm on for you right thinkers. Let's go. I see the clock. I got to get it in. I'm almost done. Go with me. We're almost there. The ultimate goal of life. What's the purpose of life? You ready? Is Nehast. Why? Nehast means spiritual awakening. It is the spiritual awakening that leads one to discover the glory of life beyond death. I have no fear of dying. Why? I know I'm going somewhere else. I done got to that point in my life. I'm conscious. Those who don't, scared to death of what? Dying. It's going to happen anyway. So it takes you beyond death. And what happens? You are now discovering your personal immortality, your eternity, and you are one with what? You reach what they call supreme peace or hotep within oneself. This is the coveted goal of all spiritual or right thinking aspirants in all religions. Again, all religions are set to do that of the world, past or present. And this is the goal that is to be striven for in life. To know thyself, to reach that spiritual enlightenment level. So why? You guarantee your spot in what? The afterlife, immortality. If not, you're coming back here to redo this life again in another body. Spirit, no conscience. That's why you don't know who you are. We come here blank. It is the most worthy goal in life. Why? Because all else will fade away one day. Your fame, your fortune, your money, your legacy, all that's going to deteriorate. That's going to run out. But your spiritual enlightened state will go home and you live forever. That's the concept. I mean, and all else, watch this, is perishable in life. You're fleeting and illusionary in life, time and space. Nothing here lasts. So don't get caught up in all this nonsense here. Okay, well, you wait to die to live. No, I'm living now, but I'm living right now. So that means when I die here, I can live on to eternity. Get the concept? If you wild out here, self-satisfy yourself here, don't serve your higher self, you coming back here. Well, you might obviously like it. Moving. And this is what is called, you ready? The Great Awakening. Nehast. The awakening to what? Spiritual consciousness. I tell you, you're going to become what? God conscious. That means this and this is working together as one. Now, in the upper left-hand corner, I just showed you the slide. You can see Asar awakening from the tomb. What? Being assisted by who? The 4 sons, which is his grandsons. Watch this. Of Harut, which is his son. That's like my grandsons watching over me. I love that concept. And watch this. These 4 sons are also the first Shimsu. What's the Shimsu? The Shimsu Harut. That's us. They are the ones who what? Follow Asar, right thinkers, and they help to what? Resurrect him. Nehast means to wake up, to awaken to what? Your higher existence. Okay? Become a Haru, not Set. Set is your ego self. That's who you identify with, and that's fine, but now you got to raise it. You can live off of Set, but you'll be back here again. That's what Set lives here in this era. This is a domain. Okay? The devil's domain here. The physical world is not the spiritual world. You got to deal with this to get to the spiritual world. Moving on, wrap it up. Now the question is how to attain that lofty goal or achieving Nehast. Glad you asked. Just because all religions, I told you, are striving for that does not mean they are engaging in it the correct methods to what? Achieve that goal of enlightening their followers. If so, we have a whole lot better Christians acting better, a whole lot better Muslims acting better, and Jews alike. But we got a bunch of y'all wilding out, but the spiritual beings are the ones who are trying to corral all y'all to say, listen, Muslim, Christian, Jew, stop with that. Become spiritual and serve God on your own terms, but just respect the other person to do the same. Everybody got to be Muslim. Everybody got to be Christian. Everybody is spiritual. I'm just saying. So they may have what? They got the dogma and the ideas from us, but that does not mean that they have the what? The know-how. The true preachers. You can find every 10 preachers, I bet 9 of them ain't worth a plug nickel. So you might get 1 out of every 10. That's not a good ratio for y'all who controlling pretty much society with a belief system. One cannot attain resurrection or reach resurrection, the spiritual awakening, just by what? Faith and belief. Faith must be followed by what? Action, aka deeds, living in accordance with the teachings. That's what I do every day. I've been doing it for the last 20 years. I'm showing you how to do it for the last 5. It ain't hard to do. Trust me. That leads to what? Growing understanding of the final experience of what? The divine, reaching God for yourself. The end of all Netherrean disciplines, right thinking philosophy, is what? Is to discover the meaning of who I am, aka know thyself. Trying to get the point. I'm hoping this I'm trying to drive it home. So now, taking it home to unravel what your whole goal is, to unravel the mysteries of life, and to fathom what the depths of what eternity and infinity for yourself by living a righteous life before this life ends. This is the task of all human beings, aka right thinkers, and it is to be when accomplished in what? This very lifetime. This can be done by what? Learning the ways of right thinking philosophy, teaching you about the Netheru, and you emulate in them, and finally becoming what? Like them. Akus. That means walking the earth as giants and accomplishing great deeds. As a right thinking philosophy master, I'm doing that for myself. You can adopt the same philosophy and do it your way for yourself. Wrapping it up with Aku is a term that we use in Netherrean theology that means what? Enlightened beings. Aku is a person who has achieved Nehast. That's the right thinker. Who has achieved awakening, which is the great enlightenment to what? Knowing thyself. That's my lesson. That's my goal for all right thinkers. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. As in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 and me 100 minus a day. So I never know the right thinker like you who passed away. All my Akus. That means enlightened beings or right thinkers. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. All right.